welcome to Daily Debrief brought to you by People's Dispatch. I'm Pragya. Newly elected UK Prime Minister Liz Truss has proposed moving the UK embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Truss is following in the footsteps of former US President Donald Trump. We will stay on with the UK story for our second story. Indians and Pakistanis fought on the streets of Leicester in the UK. The apparent trigger, a cricket match. We talk about what has happened there. And finally, we go to the Philippines, where Rodrigo Duterte government went after communists, civil society and opposition, often with terrorism charges and red tagging. Now a court has signaled some relief, but does this mean a reprieve for civil society and political parties which are under attack? Talking about moving the UK embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem is not new for Liz Truss. She proposed this as Foreign Secretary, as did her party rival Rishi Sunak during the Conservative runoff. However, the shifting of the embassy goes against decades of policy and international conventions. When Donald Trump did the same, he was greeted with massive protests in the occupied territories. Abdul is here with us to discuss this issue. Abdul, some editorials say that Truss will be the most pro-Israel leader in the UK. Is this sort of shift of the embassy a part of that strategy?
Well, I'm not sure about what does it mean being the most pro-Israel Prime Minister of UK, because most of the Prime Ministers, particularly the Conservative Prime Ministers, also the so-called Labour Prime Ministers, have been quite pro-Israel. Given the colonial legacy, given the fact that it was under the British colonial empire when the Israel was created based on Balfour Declaration and so on and so forth, that the collaboration between the Zionists and the British Empire is well known. So most of the British Prime Ministers since 1948 have been quite pro-Israel. So this adding the most pro-Israel Prime Minister, it hardly makes any sense. As far as the moving of the embassy is concerned, of course, that is one of the, you can say, the aggressive assertion of a kind of pro-Israeli lobby and policy in UK, which is already during the Boris Johnson's prime